to me personally, I don't think I'm that great. I mean, I don't think I'm better than anybody or anything like that. The only thing that I think that I might do differently than others is just show up. To me, that's 90% of the battle.
You're listening to Flip Empire, the show committed to helping real estate entrepreneurs who want to build their empire without sacrificing their life. Your success and freedom starts now with your host, Alex Pardo.
You said two things as far as the way that you've grown the most. Be consistent, and number two, get out of your own way. What has consistency, how has that played out as far as the level of success you've achieved in your business today? Because, man, I still remember, just to provide people with some background and context that most people don't know, I still remember you sending me, I think it was an email, correct me if I'm wrong, sometime around 2017. And I don't specifically remember what you asked, but I'm fortunate, and I say fortunate because I'm grateful when people reach out to me that I don't know. That's one of the opportunities this podcast has afforded me, is connecting with really cool people. And I've been able to just develop the skill set to know, hey, somebody's serious and they're going to succeed because they're committed, versus somebody that's like, they're talking about it, or they're asking, you could just tell they're not going to do anything with you just in the way they asked the question. And I didn't know you at the time, but what jumped out at me, I'm like, this guy's committed. Like, he really wants to make this work.
Yeah.
So talk about how consistency has had an impact on your business and where you are today.
Absolutely. So consistency for me, just to be granular, marketing, that's a big thing about consistency, right? So you shut off, and I didn't realize that when I got into this business, this might be a hot take, but it's not that intention. Wholesaling is not investing. You're running a business, and you're running a sales and marketing business. So if you stop the marketing, you have no sales. So I had to learn that lesson the hard way. So now every single month, I know how much marketing I need to have out in order for my business to continue running.
Yeah.
If I stop that, it's not a good thing. So I just realized, you don't have to have the sexiest marketing piece. You don't have to have the sexiest message. You just have to be there the most consistent.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely love that. And what about consistency from a personal development perspective, from just everything else that's because you're 100% right. Once you turn off the marketing faucet, you're in for a rough couple of months moving forward. When people don't see results, I always say, okay, well, tell me what you've done the last 30, 60, 90 days. So you're 100% right as far as consistency with marketing. What about some of the other things? Your mental toughness, personal development, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's huge. So every day, I read, I'm a slow reader, so it takes me a little while, but 10 pages a day of some type of self-development. That's my target. That's what I hit. Some days I might read 5 in the morning, 5 at night, but the goal is 10 and I hit 10, and that's Monday through Friday. And then also I feed my mind, going to the gym, instead of, listening to music, I listen to podcasts, and I only give myself music Monday and Friday. To start the week and to end the week heavy. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I'm listening to either a podcast, or I've been getting more into audiobooks and, people that have done seminars and listening to their seminars. So I think feeding your mind with good content is very valuable, because that's really how you grow and get to where you want to go, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yep. No, I would agree with you. Well, the second thing you said was getting out of your own way. Somebody told me a while back, and I think I heard it at a mastermind. It said entrepreneurs need to learn how to get out of the way of the current that they create. And that's, maybe just a different way to basically say what you're saying. You said it more succinctly. Talk about what you mean by get out of your own way.
Yeah. So, when I first got started, I get leads that would come in, and I'm like, oh, I'm not going to call that seller because they're, they sound like they're not really interested, or, whatever the case may be. And basically what I was doing was I was making excuses of why I was afraid to call the seller. Right. And then, as I think part of it was going to work for somebody else that had a bigger kind of flow, that it was just you got to call everybody. Like people are going to posture. There's a great book called Winning Through Intimidation that I highly recommend everyone read. Because
Sorry, what's it called again?
Winning Through Intimidation by Robert Ringer. Book's quirky, but it talks about how, you don't know what people are posturing you on, basically, and you got to get past that intimidation to get to where you want to go. And for a while, I would go out there, and a seller, they would say, hey, I'd only sell if the price is right. and I wouldn't even call that seller back. And now it's like, call everybody back, have a conversation. Everybody's human, and at the end of the day, you don't know what their problems are. So when I say get out of your own way, that's what I mean. Is you gotta turn over every rock, and you're doing all the work. You might as well follow through. To me personally, I don't think I'm that great. I don't think I'm better than anybody or anything like that. The only thing that I think that I might do differently than others is just show up. To me, that's 90% of the battle.
One last thing before you go. If you have been listening to the show for a while and or you have been getting value from the show, I would be 100% honored if you would share this show with a friend, or maybe share it with somebody that you think could benefit from this. It's my mission, it's my cause, it's my purpose through Flip Empire to impact and touch people's lives, to help people and in their businesses. So it would be an honor if you would be willing to share this episode. And one last thing, make sure that you're subscribed so that you get notified every Monday and Thursday when shows get released. I look forward to connecting with you on the next one. Until then, have a great day.